Good morning, everyone. Just see here. I'm going to adjust my screen so I can see everything and see everyone. And I am excited this morning to create a very cute card using the Storybook Garden Patch. So this is a bundle that is connected to the Storybook Memories, and it's just so cute, and I'm excited to keep it very, very simple today, but show you ways in which you don't need to do a lot to make something look fabulous, and we can focus on just a couple elements on a card and step things up. So I'm excited to kind of go back to something very simple and step it up in some minor ways to make something fabulous. So good morning, Gail, Christine, Linda. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Sunday morning. It is Sunday morning step up. Oh, looks like I have got, as you can see, a big tail here walking through the craft room. It may be, what has Jim got? Oh, he's stopping to snack on a piece of scrap paper that fell on the floor. Jim, no paper. No paper. Oh. No. Can't eat the paper. Okay? All right. Take your bone. Go outside. Here we go. There you go. All right. There we go. Real life at my house. We have got a big dog who, he's circling around. He thinks he can find more paper to snack on. What can I say? He's a crafter. Okay, there he goes. All right, so anyways, good morning. And I am so glad you guys are here with me today. I'm excited. It's Sunday, and it is a beautiful sunny day in Victoria. The sun is coming out. We had a couple days of some good rain, sun. There was probably a rainbow in there or two, and today it's looking nice and bright. So hopefully things will dry up a little bit, and we will have just sunshine today. Now, in my mug, I have got a oat latte with some cinnamon, and I may have added far too much cinnamon as I was popping it into, you go to sprinkle. Have you ever had this? You go to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in something, and all of a sudden it's like poof, and a whole bunch is in there. So I am sure this is going to be very cinnamony, and it's going to be delicious, and that's what I'm going to be enjoying. So I hope that you guys have a cup of something ready to go, and I hope that you guys enjoy the tips that I have for you today for stepping up a very simple card. Okay? All right, so I'm going to head on down to my workspace. Welcome. Whether you are joining me, near or far, or if you've been here lots, or if this is your first time, I'd love to know where you are joining me from. And I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with me on a Sunday morning. This is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and I am coming to you from the west coast of Canada in Victoria, British Columbia. And I just love coming on here. Sunday mornings is a special morning for me because I like to start my day. This is a great way for me to kind of kick up my creativity for the week, as I still have a couple days off and I'm looking forward to starting. I have a couple options I'm throwing up for May's Card Club, as well as I am going to do a couple grab and go classes as well coming up. So it'll be some fun creating. In my background, I guess over this way, I have got all the pieces, oh my goodness, cut, textured, ribbon is packaged up, embellishments are ready to go for tomorrow. I'm going to do my packing this afternoon, and on Monday, which is tomorrow, the April, I guess it is April Card Club made me think there. April card clubs will be going in the mail. So yeah, then I can start on May. All right, so let's have a look, see what I am up to. Grabbing something out of this mini catalog that is still going until the month of April. So we have got all the way to the month of April, so we still have a month and a half for the products in this mini catalog. You may see that there's a new catalog coming out in May. I'm not down at the, I guess, down, I don't know, North Carolina. I'm not in North Carolina at the convention on-stage convention this last weekend. I have been at home here, just getting some stuff done. But there is lots going on coming up down the road for sure. Some brand new products. You may have seen some of the fabulous things that people have been posting. Some sneak peeks of all of the stuff I have been watching as well. And I love the new 5 colors that are going to be coming out. So you can find a picture of those that a friend of mine took while they were down there. Of the 5 colors that are going to be going out are coming up, and then we've got, of course, 5 that we will be saying goodbye to, which is sad. All right, so let's pop in. I'm going to show you quickly the bundle, and then I'm going to get started. So this is the bundle that I'm going to be using today. It is the Storybook Garden Patch, and as I was trying to figure out what to do today and how to step it up, I thought, you know what? Sometimes you can overthink a card. Am I right? I'm sure we have all had moments when we definitely, oh, this fell out of here, definitely, you know, take forever and just overthink a card. So what colors to use, how many elements to put on it. And I just wanted to kind of step back, and this card today is going to be based on 2 things. It is going to be based on, yes, definitely, right? Everybody overthinks cards from time to time, and usually it's when, you know, you're having kind of one of those kind of creative ruts, and you're like, oh, well, maybe if I just chuck every layer on there, every texture, you know, emboss it, like try and do everything to one card, right? When you can really keep it quite simple and make it very cute or very beautiful, whichever theme you're going for. So that's what today is going to be about. It's going to be about stepping back and just taking a simple image, which is going to be the good old watering can here, so cute, and a simple hello. So I have got a very simple hello. I love this. This is from the annual catalog, but I love this Unbound Love. It's got some cute little words in here. They're tiny and they're perfect for this sort of thing. I am going to use the hello, and we are going to do a hello and a watering can. That is going to be our focus today, but you're going to see how you can take those things and you can make them cute and pretty without overthinking it, okay? So I just, you know, I have got my stamps here. This is the whole stamp set as it comes. If you have never got stamps before, if you're new to card making, let us know. But when they come with some labels. They come with the actual stamps, whether it is a photopolymer or whether it is a red rubber. I like to take, this happens to be a very, very old eraser from when my kids were in school. They had to have something, I think they picked it out because look at the fun colors. But it is perfect because there's always like a film that comes out when it comes, you know, off the factory line, and you end up with this image, which, or this film on the top of your stamps, that when you go to stamp it for the first time or the first few times, it's like the ink doesn't want to lay on the surface properly. Instead, it ends up kind of just sitting on the surface. And it just, when you go to stamp the image, it's not clear, right? So I recommend taking something, whether it is one of your, like an adhesive remover, whatever it may be. There we go. There is my watering can that I'm going to use today. As you can see, first time I'm using this with you, because that's what I like to do. We like to learn together, right? Okay, there's our watering can. So cute. Okay, so yeah, condition your stamps. Important to do. I will share with you that we have got some very cute dies and some layering dies. Like this is when you stamp the pots, or if you just want to die cut out the pots, you can create the the different layers. This is the rims of them. This is the base of 3 pots that are stacking, and you can use those just as they are as adorable die cuts. So for today, I am going to use the die cuts for the watering can too, because that's a simple way. If you happen to have the products, you know, we're still using that same theory of just the watering can and the hello, but we are going to use the dies as well. Okay. All right, let's start this. Oh my goodness. I have to giggle and share this something with you. My family usually, as I am just about to start a live, it's that time in the morning where they've had their workouts and they need to have their like protein smoothies. So the last little while they have been taking the actual blender thing, and they've been plugging it in different rooms. I have no idea where they are right now, but they're keeping it away from us so it's not noisy. Look at that, eh? All right, so we're gonna start with the watering can. For a basic card, basic white. That's what we're going to be using, okay? Basic white for our base of our card. Now, I am going to stamp this. I have actually got 3 Memento ink pads. You guys will laugh at me, but I have 3 Memento ink pads right here. And the reason why I do is because, look at that, isn't that cute? Is because the Memento, I've been waiting, and I am going to be on it, I tell ya. The Memento ink pad, the refill is out of stock right now. And so I've got 3 ink pads, 4 I think, that I've been rotating through because I don't want to run out of ink, because I need it for everything I do. So I've been waiting. So if you see it come back in, anyone, you let me know, okay? All right, we're going to do watering can. There it is. There's our simple image. Isn't it cute? Okay, we're going to color it up, and we're going to do a little hello, okay? So I'm going to bring in my favorite colors. Can anyone remember what my 2 favorite colors are that I love to combine? There's a hint for one. It's a blue, right? But what color do I love to put together with blue? Bonus marks, if anyone can remember that. If you've been watching me forever, I use the colors all the time. I love blue, and there's actually 3, but 2 that I love the most. I'm going to do a combination of colors here. Blue, green, and blue. You guys know me so well. Yes, correct. So I'm going to be using green and blue today, because that's another thing. If you are finding that, I'm just going to color this out a little bit. If you are finding that, oh my goodness, I can't get my mojo to my creativity back here, I'm having a rough time putting things together, then pull out the colors that are your favorite, right? Pull out the colors that are your favorite, and not only that, use an image that makes you smile. So I love this little watering can because it's cute, and again, my parents love to be out in the garden. Always had to water all of the flowers. Okay. So I'm going to I want to add just a couple different shades in here with my blends. Okay, and I'm going to bring in the Lost Lagoon I'm gonna bring in the dark. Do you know when the Arch bundle will be back? You know what? I was looking at that just recently, Linda. That's a good question. And I will send you a message and I can let you know when that's going to be. I don't remember the exact date because I was just checking. This suite, the Storybook Moments. I always mess that up. It always goes back and forth in my mind here. Let's see. This one, the Storybook Moments suite, is on low inventory. I think it is just because of some ribbon or embellishments. But if this one has the Storybook Friends that has all the cute little bunnies and stuff in it, and all of this stuff is perfect for spring, right? And we're entering that time of year. So if you love the papers and the stamps and stuff, then the actual suite is on low inventory. Like I said, I think it's just one of the embellishments and the reason why, but I can see this one because Easter's coming. It's a little bit later this year in April, that people will be wanting to get a hold of all of this cuteness for Easter. Okay, no problem, Linda. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, if you ever see something that is out of circulation, like if you're trying to purchase something and it says, you know, not available, and you're like, oh man, when is this going to be back? Shoot me a little message, because I do have, they do let us know the expected weeks that they will be going back into stock. Sometimes it does get delayed, as it did for some of those Christmas things that were on last chance, and they didn't come into the very end. But I think those that wanted the decorative, the Christmas trees and the reindeer, hopefully you were able to get all those. There, I think that's pretty cute, just like that. I like to do, you know, not full coverage. We want to have a little bit of shading in there. So there is our cute little watering can. Now I'm going to do a little something that again will step it up, but let me just get my light smoky slate. Let's see if this one works. But what it's going to do is it's going to just give it a little bit of depth. So I'm going to go around with just a little bit on one side here, just to add like a little bit of shading. I'm going to give a little bit of, this is the light smoky slate, and I'm going to take my color lifter and I'm just going to fade it a little bit, and it's going to make it feel like it's popping off of the page a bit. Okay, so we're just going to do just a couple angles, not the whole thing, and maybe a little bit more around the ground here. Okay, just like that. So let me just grab my color lifter, and then we're gonna just, it's better if you kind of go in right away and you can kind of bleed this out just a little bit. So the color lifter is going to act like a blending pen, but for your alcohol markers. So if you think, I mean, the alcohol markers, they blend themselves beautifully, but if you want to do like this kind of faded out look around your image so that you have kind of this grayness in behind it, so it doesn't look so flat, it looks a little bit like it's jumping off the page slightly. If you guys can see that, I'll hold it up, see? Just adds a little tiny bit like that. Then you just do a little bit of the smoky slate and a little bit of your blending pen. Okay, so we have got a cute watering can, right? I am going to add Mossy Meadow, out of stock as well. I think the DSP is out of stock as well. That could be what it is. Oh yes, that could be what it is. because like I said, I was having a quick glance this morning before I went on, and that definitely could be what it is. It could be the all of our cute little papers that go with it. Okay, so we're going to put a little hello right here, just like that. Okay, ready for it? That's your card. We're going to add some embellishments. Let's see. This is going to be our hardest choice as our embellishments. I brought in these ones because look it, they are similar. I do like this light pink color because it's more faint, and I do like this very, very simple. I got part of my mask from yesterday there. Very simple. These are the antique pearls. Maybe I'll do those ones because it'll just be very subtle, right? Tone on tone. So let's do some antique pearls on here. Let's see. And we're just going to do just a couple. Okay? Just like this. And maybe one here and one up here. All right. Now I'm going to pop it on here. And there is a very, very easy but cute little note card for someone, right? This is our starting point. We are starting back at just basic stamps, ink, and paper. I wanted to use a simple image today, and then you can really see some of these ideas of what you can do to step things up, but keep it really simple. So this is a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So just a simple layer, a simple stamp, some coloring, and an embellishment. It doesn't get simpler than that. I mean, you could not do the extra white layer, but if you are using Stampin' Blends, you do want to use a separate layer because they do go through the paper, right? So this way, it doesn't go through the paper. If you wanted to, you could stamp a simple little, you know, like little, what am I trying to say? One of the little shovels or the little rakes you could do inside here as well, okay? Offset color. Yeah, you could do that. Pretty, right? Okay, so that is our starting point. Simple. I love it. I love the simplicity, right? Sometimes simple is best. Like I say, take an image that makes you happy, colors that make you happy, and it just gets your head in a place where you're just ready to create again, right? Okay, so we're gonna do similar here. I should have pre-colored this one, but that's okay. I'll quickly do it. I took my time on the first one, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to add just a little bit of background. Okay, so simple way to step it up, add a little shading in the backdrop. I'm going to use a lighter blue color. It's going to be very, very subtle, but we're going to start right here. We're just adding a little light, a spotlight perhaps on where our watering can will be. Okay, very light hue, and then I'm going to stamp. More is less, absolutely. And hopefully you will see that. I just got to stand up for my stamp here with some of this stuff today. We are going to do, I've got some different layers, and I've got a very easy fun fold that is going to be our final card, but I wanted to keep it fairly simple. Now, I could also pop this out. The die cut does cut out the watering can, but I'm going to keep the shading here, and I'm just going to, is this the light? It is, same color. So we're just going to do the quick version here. A little here, a little there, a little down here. So I always start with the dark, add in all of my detail, just like that. Areas that I want to be darker, like this opening here around the rim. That one there, because it would be in behind. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the lagoon. Next color. And this is the darker of the two, just expanding kind of on where I've been. Okay. For this one, I may add a little bit of natural twine and some shading, and I'm going to add some texture in the background. You may have seen a little sneak peek of on the side there of this is that new online texture that I am loving, the mini corrugated 3D folder. It is fabulous, and I'm going to use that to just add an element in behind. So you don't have to switch up or stamp extra. Add a little shading. Here, let's go like that. Perfect. There's our watering can. Let's do our little stamped hello. And then we're going to add some white. So we're still sticking with just kind of some natural white here. Like there, there's our hello. Now I've got my glasses on and, oh no, that's straight, that's okay. Sometimes with these new glasses that they're a little offset. Now I'm gonna blend this a little more because that is not quite blended the way I want it to. I want to just add a little bit more in here. There, perfect. Now I can still go in, I've got the shading, I can still go in with that little bit of gray around the edges, and I can still bleed that out. Just a little bit. Like that, a little bit in here, and I can still go in and I can use this color lifter, and I can go in and I can bleed this all out here. Like that. But we're keeping it simple. That little shade of color though makes a difference, doesn't it? And then we're going to pop it onto here. Which look at, I love, like I said, favorite new online thing is definitely for me. Just listen to that. Isn't that fun? Even when you put the glue on it. Just makes a fun noise. Okay, that's gonna go on top. This is, this measurement is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. So when you do use a tip, when you're using this embossing folder, you can keep it the same width as what you need, but remember that when you run it through the texture, because it is all these little bumps, you're going to lose about, on a card front or a piece, even half a card front, you're going to lose about 1/8 of an inch. So just keep that measurement in mind. So if you're doing something where you want even coverage all the way around, make it 1/8 of an inch taller or wider, depending on which way your corrugated pattern goes, right? Because it's this direction here that it shrinks up because of all the curves. So just make sure that you add that tiny bit so that you don't end up being short, right? You don't end up having it offset. All right, sip of my latte. Okay, so look at how that steps it up. It's so beautiful with that texture. I love it. Okay. So I'm now bringing in, you know, stuff you can do with your machine. You can add any texture that you want. And this one's just kind of fun, and it's, you know, that natural kind of look, which goes with, I think, the watering can. There we go. We can add our embellishments again. And I might switch up the colors of the embellishments for the next card because I am going to be bringing in some of the beautiful pattern paper. 1, 2, and I'm going to do, let's see, maybe a small one up here like that. Okay, but I think we need a little tiny bow as well. So we're going to add just a little element on here. And it is amazing. If there is one type of ribbon or something that I recommend having in your craft room, it is linen thread. It's one of those things that you can add a subtle little bow to any card, and it is so cute. So I'm not going to do a big double bow. I thought about it. That's why I got a little extra. I'm going to be careful with my scissors this time. For those who may have seen the what happened last time when I cut my twine. Here we go. My finger's all healed. All right, I'm going to just chop those off because I don't want the tails too long, but you can add like a little tiny twine just like that onto the card. Yeah, makes a big difference. I had to adjust, you know, I used to have the, and some of you may still have it, the old corrugated one where you actually crank the paper through. And I learned with that years ago that, yeah, if you have any texture where it's one directional like that, you are going to lose just a tiny, tiny bit of your length, your width, or your height. Okay, so there is our very simple, we've stepped it up, and we're still just using a hello and a watering can, right? Okay, now we are going to do a little bit more. Okay, yes, you have that one, Janet. Yeah. It's fun to play with though, right? It was great. I think one end of mine I think broke. Like I had it for years and years and years. All right, so we are going to now add in a die. So I'm going to bring in, this is the watering can die, just because we do have this and I think it's so cute. And we're going to create a watering can with the die. So this is the 2 dies that go together, and they have one, like I said, for, I should have cut it out so you could see, for those flower pots, the stacks of flower pots. But this is the base of the watering can, and then this is like some detail. Now, because this is so, it is so light and dark, I would just want to see what this would look like. Just, you know, just because this is what we do, is we try things out. And I'm going to add just a little bit of shading. I'm going to see what this will look like on here. Oh, this is going to make it very dark. So I don't know if I'm going to like this. I cut out 2 just in case, because I don't know if I'm going to like this. Hold on. I was just seeing, it makes it pretty much the same color, doesn't it? I want to see what it would look like if I use the light, what color this is, just to play with it. I'll probably go back to the original, but see what it looks like with that. A little bit of this color blended on it. Let's see. You know what I might do instead is I might Oh, it's fading a little bit, isn't it? That is fading a little bit. I might do a little bit with that. Yeah, I might. Okay, let's see here. We want to do the light because it does make a difference. So what I'm doing is I'm coloring. See how it's fading out now? I'm just adding just a little bit of detail, you know, around the areas where they're going to be covered up a little bit, and along the actual handle here, just so that it's not so different in color. So this is the light Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to do a little bit down here. So when I overlay it, it's not going to be so Lost Lagoon and then the dark Pretty Peacock. So we'll see what it looks like. I think this will work. I'm going to fade this in a little here. So you can add a little color to your cardstock before you overlay things. And I'm going to give that a second. It will end up lightening up, and then we're going to attach that on top. And then see what I mean is it just kind of fades things a tiny, tiny bit. And I kind of like that. Okay. Because it's, look at how much it's fading. It's sinking into the cardstock. All right, so for our very easy, add some pattern paper. And you know what? I don't want to say, but I think this is going to be my favorite. This one here, just all the white with the coloring of the watering can. And I chose this color because it's one of my favorites. But if you love like red or yellow, then you make that focal watering can, or maybe you want to do the pots and have the terracotta pots. You make that the color that you want and a little bit of shading with whatever color behind. But I'm going to do one where I'm going to add a little bit more color, a lot more color actually. And I'm going to use one of the sheets. This is from the Storybook Moments papers. So I'm going to use this piece, and on the inside it actually has all of these little guys kind of working in the garden, and they're all around flowers and fruits and veggies. So I thought it would be cute when you open up the card that this would actually be on the inside. Okay, and then this is going to be the inside place where you're going to do a little greeting. And I think I'm going to actually stamp the little tiny, I'll just do it without the sticker on it, just to do it quickly here. But I'm going to add this little tiny shovel on the inside. Just here. Just like this. Like that. And I'm going to add, so I'm going to work from the inside out. Oh, I should have done my shading first because I don't want to, this is still drying. But I want to do a little tiny bit of blue in here. See if I can get the shading. Yeah, it's dry now. Just on the corner. Just where that is, like that. Ooh, I also had a piece of pretty paper to put on the insides of the other ones. So maybe I'll do that in a second. But I'm going to take just a little bit of gray. And we're going to color this out. I put something, oh, I had something on my finger. Look at that. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe I'll put another piece of paper there. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of gray. I must have had ink on my fingers. That's okay. And then I'm going to do, of course, the handle in matching to our watering can. Okay, just like that. Okay, so there's our little inside. Isn't that cute? We're going to put that right here. And we're going to center it. So we're building, again, inside out because we have to make sure everything is centered for this card. So I'm going to start with this piece. I'm going to glue it on the inside. just like this. Okay, again. Whew, my eyes are playing tricks on me today. Okay, I think I am straight. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to put this piece, and I'm going to add this actually onto the front of the card. So this is going to be part of the front of the card. So for me to put this, like I have done it where I cut it exact same size as your card, where you've got 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but this time I wanted to have this edging of the dark blue. So I'm going to place this in the center, and then I'm going to add some glue just on this edge, right on here. Okay, just like that. I don't want to add it here. Like if I just put it all around here, what happens is I could end up gluing right where the very seam is shut, and we don't want that. So I'm just putting it on the very edge of my pattern paper, and then I can close this shut and it's going to pick it up. Okay, so now we have got, look at, we've got our little animals there. We have got this, it's like almost looks like a book, right? We have got this on the front, but I'm going to add, I think, a little tiny bit of texture or pattern. So with, of course, there's green in here. I could add green on the edge, or I could add the texture. What do we think? The texture or the green? I am going to have a fair amount of white on the front, so that's why I was thinking a pop of green, pulling the green out of here, and because we're going to do our hello in green, that might be pretty nice. What do we think? Texture. Love the texture. Okay. You might need to see what's going on though. Okay. I've got extra texture going on top. I'm going to put these two on top. No yellow, green. 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 No yellow. No yellow, green. That's going to go on top. So that's why I was thinking if this was here, it might change your mind, right? Green. If this is here, then you're going to have, it might pull away from our centerpiece. That's the only thing I'm thinking. Okay, green, green, green. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking green. I just love that texture. As you guys know, I love that texture, but I think that for this, we're going to do green. So I wanted to show you this version. I mean, we had very simple white so far, which I think has been striking and amazing. Your green looks too yellow. It looks too yellow. The two greens look different. No, this green in here is the same color as this green here. Yeah, okay. Different strip that's not so yellow. It's down. Okay, we'll balance it off. We will. It'll be okay. Okay, so we're gonna put this here, and I'm gonna glue this one down flat. Like that. Okay. This is a paper that, it comes with these papers, so I figured it would be okay. Kind of has the same feel. So I'm going to put that one down there in the center. This, I figured this would balance it out, right? One looks yellow green and the other is blue green. That's because this is Lost Lagoon, but the little, it's hard to see. Now you can see it when I put it up really close. These little florets, or whatever you call them, all these little swirlies, they're the exact same color as this color. That's where I got that color. It's hard to see when it's so far away. It looks like these are almost dark, but it's actually that color. Okay. All right. Oh, do what my heart tells me. Aw. Okay. Do you have the measurements for the card that you are making now? I sure do. This is simply, this card base, if you're wanting to know, is 5.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4. So all you've got here is a 1 1/4 inch strip. Okay. And that is, yeah, that's what you've got, is a 1 1/4 inch strip. So this is 1 inch by 5 1/4. Okay. Background of both, that doesn't seem to go together. Oh, the background of, oh, this one on the inside maybe. I thought it'd be cute to have the watering can with the critters. All right, so let's see. We're gonna put this here. We'll see what it all turns out like, right? I'm gonna stamp a little hello. Oh, this is amazing though. We all work together, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put a hello down here. Like, oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to cut another one because we can't have that. I'll be one sec. I could do it the other side, but I do not want to have the opposite side, which is not so good. I got too excited. I stamped it too quick. So I'm just going to quickly do another one. Let's see here. 1 and 2. Platform. Okay, we got another one. So for the layers, another thing that you can do when you're trying to figure out which layers to use, you can actually pull out your actual dies and play around with them. So I was trying to figure out what 2 patterns I wanted to go together on this card, because I wanted to pop it out a little white on white, because that's what we did over here, keeping the white theme in there. So I took 2 of the Spotlight on Nature dies and just kind of played with them size wise, put the watering can in there, and that's how I figured out which ones to do before I actually cut them. Okay, so it's a good way to figure out which go best, and you can do that with all of the other shapes. Now let me concentrate here. Let's see. Okay, we're good. The show can go on. All right, so you want to, just before you go and cut, unless you want to have just a whole bunch of sizes to play with, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll cut out every size there is so that I can kind of play around with the different sizes, maybe get a smaller one for a greeting, and I end up using them in other creations for sure. But if you're figuring out layers like this, take your die cuts that you're going to put on it and layer up the dies, but this way so that you can see the textures and how they're going to look together, right? And how they're going to fit together. So this is going to be perfect. It's going to have a nice little pretty edge. And I may add some twine in behind because I want to add some twine on this one too. But first I'm going to see how that's faded out nicely now, but just a little bit of darkness in different areas. Why are you not stamping on the first circle? That's right. I am layering it up. I am layering it up. Thank you. Everyone's working it out, answering all the questions. My Band-Aid is gone. Yes. My finger healed up. I think it would have been a month ago or a week ago, right? It was last Sunday that I cut my tip of my finger. Okay. All right, so now have a look and see how it just blends the colors together a little bit more if you want, right? You can play with it. If you wanted to, you could keep them. Here's what the other version looks like. This is unblended. Oh no, that's a darker. That's light on dark. I forgot I did that one too. But here is without any blending. So I just did a little bit of coloring. So that's the difference between the two. Okay. You do you. Okay, we're going to put this one on here. And I'm going to do that little hue of blue underneath so that we have that. I'm just going to highlight a little bit of blue on here. Just a little halo. Love it. Okay, and I'm going to pop the watering can off. If you're just tuning in, I am taking it back to just basics, and I mean the best way to kind of get your creativity back is pick an image that you like, the colors that you love, and keep it simple. Don't add too many elements into it. Don't overthink it. Okay, so there is our watering can. This is going to pop up on here. So see, I just wanted the 2 levels of white. This one's a little shaded. In fact, maybe I'm going to add a little bit of blue around the edges, just because it picks up the texture. And it will pop it off the white circle a little bit more. There. Okay, see how that pops it off the circle a little bit more with that little bit of blue? Okay, so let's bring that one into play. And then we're going to add a little bit of twine. We're going to add a little bit of embellishments. And we have got this one done. Now, I did cut some strips of this beautiful paper to pop on the inside of the first 2 cards. I forgot to put those in there. And they are a great way to just step up the insides of your cards. So we're going to go like that. Got to make sure my circle's straight. That looks pretty good. Hello, hello. There. I do love these papers with this because it's like vines and a little bit of flowers in the backdrop. That is cute. So that's popped off, as you can see. There is our watering can. I do want to do a little tiny bow, and we could even do a bow on the first card and put it on there if you wanted it, but I'm going to do one on this little 3D watering can. The dies are so adorable, and I might do another version of these cards and you can see what the stack of pots look like. I've seen some pretty cute cards with just the stack of pots, and the Storybook friends, like having the bunnies popping out of the little terracotta pots. Okay, so we're going to put this just right on here like that, just to add our little bit of twine. We'll add our little embellishments. I'm rolling up the glue dot because, of course, we don't want it to be seen. There. So there is our bow on our little handle. There's our little hello. And then for this one, I'm going to go a different embellishment because I want it to blend in a little bit more to the backdrop. So I'm going to bring in, these are the pink and pretty peacock foil gems. So I'm going to bring these ones in, and I'm going to add a little one, a little two, maybe there, and then I can bounce one off of here and do a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to do 5. That's just me. So 1, 2, 3, where do I want the other one? Maybe I will do it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sprinkle it this way. Okay. So there is on some paper, right? The blended one looks good. Yes, it does. It does take away from the starkness of the layers, doesn't it? I do like it. Okay, so there is the inside, and we've got all of the animals now in the garden, which is cute. Okay, and then we've got this one. I don't know. I think this one still might be my favorite. Just the simplicity of it. But I do love the colors of that one too. Now, these are the papers that I was talking about that you could put just on the inside of here, which I think will be quite pretty. Just a little something. And you don't see it from the outside. And I have these scraps, so I'm just going to pop one of these right here, so that when you do open up the card, you've got a little something, right? So there's that, and then you open it up, and then there's that little pretty piece there. This, I know, this is my favorite too, I think. Yeah. But I wanted to show you one image, one little greeting. We got a watering can and a hello today. We did little shading, just white on white layer, no texture, a few little embellishments. We did blend it out with that little bit of smoky slate, right? Just to kind of add a little depth. Then we did this one here where we brought in texture, again, blended it out all the same as the first one, added some embellishments, added a little tiny twine bow. And then this one, well, we brought out the dies. We brought out the layers, and we use this very, very simple and easy card. It is a great way that if you do love both sides of your paper, because you do end up seeing both sides of the paper, so you have to be happy with both sides. And I thought this was cute because it has them working in the garden with the flowers, but you have to be able to be okay with both sides of the paper, because you do end up seeing it on the inside, right? But I think that's cute, and having this here is adorable. Now, what I might do, because you saw my little mark here, what I might do is take one of, where have I got them? Let's see. See, I mean, this is our stepped up. I could take one of the little workers that is here, and we could cover this up with a little something. I do have some in. Let's see if I've got a little worker, because I have all these die cuts, right? See all those die cuts? Maybe what I'll do is I'll use a little package of garden seeds. Look at that. Because then this will bring this in here, and this is a little tiny package of seeds, and it covers up where I went and smushed my finger. So we'll go with that. Just like that. Perfection. There you go. No one would ever know that my thumbprint's behind there. That works, right? Okay. Little garden seeds. All right. Okay, so I was going to show, I printed something off to share with you. If you are someone who hasn't tried, do I have the papers? Let's see if I've got them. Hasn't tried the paper pumpkin yet. We have got 3 brand new ones that are going to be coming out, and don't know where I pop them. I will post the information, but there's 3 brand new ones that are coming out, and they are actually quite beautiful, and they have a coordinating set of dies that go with it. And I had printed those papers off to share with you. I don't know where they went, but that's okay. I will, I'll post the information on it on my site, because it did give us information on the next 3 paper pumpkins, and then there's a set of coordinating dies that will go together with all 3 of them. So therefore, hello everyone. Therefore, if you love all 3 of them, then you can do like a prepaid subscription for like 3 months, and you would end up with and sign up to get all 3 of the next paper pumpkins, because they do look pretty fantastic. And it's amazing what you can do to even alter and step up some of those cards and use the pieces that are left over for different things. Okay, so I will post information on that. And I hope you liked today's watering can and hello. I thought it was kind of the perfect image for coming into spring. And yeah, have a great week. I will see you Tuesday night. We're going to toss it up on Tuesday night. So I'll be here Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for those that want to join me. Just keep an eye open for things that I'm going to be posting the next couple days, because I will post some, maybe perhaps a grab and go class that I'm finishing up, as well as eventually I will have PDF and video tutorial ready for April as well. Spring, what's that? I know. It's here. Spring has arrived on the West Coast. I'm so sorry, Lynn. I know some of you are still knee deep in snow, but eventually it'll, all of a sudden, you guys get it, like, it's almost like instant. The snow is gone and it kind of arrives. You guys kind of skip through the seasons very quickly, if I remember right? Just all of a sudden melts within a few days, and then the next season is short. Your springs are short, and I think your falls are short, because you don't get that transition like we do on the West Coast. But yeah, the spring is coming out here, so I hope you guys enjoy your week. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you Tuesday. But like I said, keep an eye open for some things that I'm going to be posting and sharing, stuff that you can join in on. If you are not someone who signed up for the last 3 card clubs, January, February, March, I do have all 3 of those. If you have a craft room full of supplies and want to hop in with just the PDF, and so easy to follow. It's like full color, 6 pages, step by step, and it's got a fun fold in it usually. It does each month. And then a 2-hour full instructional video that you can follow, and you can grab those on the PDF store, which is in the link that is in the description. Okay, new catalog coming out. If you do not already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator within Canada, I do have a catalog request form that is also within that link. So if you would like to grab one or be put on my catalog list, let me know. I have to figure out postage and stuff for them, because postage has gone up in Canada, and they are, I think, over $6 to mail out now. So if you haven't placed an order, if you're new to me, we'll figure out something and see if I can get you a catalog sent. If you're wanting to check out the things that we have coming up. All right, they'll always be online, and there's lots of extra online exclusives, but sometimes it's nice to have that paper copy, right? All right, take care. Bye.